What time is it? My creatives, it's photo hacking time. That's right. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of Photoshop actions. Now, I had a person, it's not actually a client, just someone who bought some textures from me, and I had saved them in RGB format. Now, my theory on this is that most designers, they know Photoshop and they can convert the files from RGB to CMYK, but this particular one did not know how. So I was tasked with the daunting task of converting all these files from RGB to CMYK and then setting them at 50% so she didn't have to pay someone else to do it. So with that being said, I'm going to show you exactly how I solved that problem. Now, there's one of two ways that you could fix this issue. You could write a script and do a batch processing, but I think that would take a lot more time, and I'm not really good with writing batch scripts. So my other option is to create a Photoshop action, and it's very simple, quick, and dirty, and instead of repeating those steps over and over again, you just press the play button. So how you load a Photoshop action into your file, and you're going to double click on the action to load it, okay? And it's going to pop up in your actions menu. Now, if you don't know how to open your actions, you go to Window, Actions. You know it's open because it has a little check mark there, okay? So exactly right now, this is in image mode RGB. We want this to be in CMYK and you want it to be 50%. But let's say that I didn't know how to do either of those things, and I'm just like a noob in Photoshop. So there's two reasons how Photoshop actions help. They help people who don't know how to do particular things in Photoshop, and they also help with making things faster. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to click on not the actual folder, but the second one little here. And I think it's double loaded because this is my second time recording this video because my 4-year-old kind of messed it up. Kids will be kids. So you're just going to go ahead and press play, okay? And let me just go ahead and drag my layers over here to where you can see. Okay, so now you notice it's 50%. I didn't do that. It did it on its own. And now if you go to image mode and adjustments, it is now image mode, I'm sorry, it's set to CMYK. And that's it. So now we're gonna learn how to create our own action. How cool is that? So I'm just gonna revert this, and this is gonna just take it back to the beginning of like the beginning of time, and it just basically refers it to the original file, pretty much. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna double click this to unlock it. Just press OK, and then we're going to go ahead and delete all of these so we can go ahead and do our recording of our action. It's basically just like recording a movie, pretty much. I'm just going to put my actions here so you guys can see it better. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to press new action, and I'm just going to call it CMYK just for simple reasons, okay? Now we're going to record. Everything that we do in Photoshop now is going to be recorded here, okay? So let me just put it on this side for now because I need to use this area. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to image mode and we're going to change it to CMYK. Press OK. Then we're going to create a new layer by just clicking down here, this little thing here. And I try not to use shortcut codes because I know some people who are watching are new, so you really need to learn where the tools are, because in my personal opinion it's really difficult for noobs to learn all the shortcut codes because their memory can only retain so much information. That's how I learned it. I didn't learn the shortcut codes till later. So don't feel bad. And as you get older, your memory turns to mush. So, okay, so we're gonna press Control Delete. Now I have the full white color set because I'm gonna set this to 50%, the very top layer, the orange layer. Okay, and what you're gonna do is you're just gonna drag the slider, because I notice sometimes if you just type in 50%, sometimes it doesn't record it. I don't know why. Okay, so now we're done. And you just press stop. Okay, so now you have the folder set CMYK, and I'm gonna press revert, file, revert, and we're gonna see our new action, see how it works. What? Oh, that's because I locked it. My bad. You still have to unlock your layer even when you run the, as long as you unlock the layer, you can run the action set. Let me just go ahead and do that again. My bad. I forgot about that. No matter how hard you try, it will never let it'll never let you do anything with the lock layer. Okay, now let's do it. Okay, now it worked. So as you can see, it's 50%. The image mode is CMYK. And now you can actually save this out as your own action. And that's pretty much it. Save actions. You can save it out. But in order to save it, you have to click on the folder. Of course, you want to name that folder because that's going to be the main. And so yeah, that's how you create an action. And that's how you solve very repetitive, pre-existing problems. If you have somebody that, or a client that needs to do something but doesn't have the funds to pay you, you can just create a little action out of courtesy. There's so many reasons why you would create an action. But I hope this helps, and you guys have a great day.